let's go to Swirls. Prepare your nuts for the winter.
Oi, oi.
How's it going? How's it going?
Not bad, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, man. Here we are in Omiya in Saitama, getting ready for the game against FC Ryukyu. Omiya, who usually perform somewhat well in the league that they're in. You know, they've been in and out of J1. When they were in J1, they were hovering somewhere between like mid-table to lower table. But they stayed there for quite a while before they were eventually relegated. But this season, it's like the worst they've done in a while. They're second from bottom. And it's not looking too good for them at the moment. And you've got FC Ryukyu, who are from Okinawa, and they're a relatively new club that are kind of, they're opposite to what's going on with Omiya, where they're
on the rise.
On the rise, you know. They were created in like 2003. They've blitzed it all the way to where they are now in J2. They've been in J2 for a couple years, and now they're fourth, and they've got goals in them. You know, when they win again, they win by like, you know, 2, 3, 4-0. And before I even say my prediction, one thing, you know, here at J League Journeys, when we go to see a team, we support the home team. And we're here to get the match day experience from the home fan perspective.
Very true, yeah.
So, whilst my prediction is that Ryukyu are going to win by quite a few goals here, I'm going to go with 3-0. I am here to support Omiya, so hopefully we'll see the upset here.
Nice.
How about you, man?
I'm very excited about today. I think FC Ryukyu are a strong team. They're on the cusp of promotion, whereas Omiya are in a relegation zone. So it's going to be very exciting and a little bit tense. It's got goals in it, but maybe not for the reasons that most of the people watching today are going to be hoping for. Omiya have struggled a lot this season in creating goals, whereas FC Ryukyu, they score on a counter. They're very, very good at winning the ball back. So I feel like it is going to be a little bit end-to-end. I would like to see Omiya win, but I do have a very kind of deep soft spot for FC Ryukyu. I really like what they've done. I really like them as a club. I'd love to, I've said this before, but I'd love to go watch them play at home at some point, maybe get a little cheeky trip to Okinawa in there soon. I'm going to go with 1-1, but if somebody does win it, I think it's probably going to be FC Ryukyu. But overall, I think it's going to be a good game. They've got a lovely stadium, fans are great, I think it's going to be a good atmosphere. We're going to be very close to the pitch, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Jerry Jones.
Lolo, what do you think of the location so far?
Man, this place, like, it's shocking because when you arrive at Omiya Station, it's like an extension of Tokyo. It looks like a mini Shinjuku. It's just buildings and fluorescent lights and just all of that business. But then when you come out, you walk 15 minutes, it's just a short walk. And then you just have this, you hear nature and you've got like temples and everything. It's just insane. And yeah, I'm excited to see this game. Location is fantastic. Pre-game, looking for some drinks. I don't know, what do you reckon we should go for, mate?
I mean, let's get on one, boys.
Yeah?
How many of those do you reckon you could drink?
I don't know, I think 2 or 3 and I'm done, you know what I mean?
Big boy drink that. Big boy drink.
You've got no friends!
Got no cans!
What are you saying?
Look at that, man. Look at the view. It's we're already so close. Like, fantastic. Yeah, I'm expecting very high scores here. Honestly, I haven't seen the food options, but in terms of the stadium, location, atmosphere, I think it's going to do very, very well. Whoa! Did you see that, Lolo?
I did.
That was unbelievable. Scissor kick.
He just smacked in, bicycle kick,
Yeah.
scissor kick, bicycle kick, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, sorry for missing it, but like
No, it's
it
alright.
happened in a second. It was an unbelievable finish.
Crazy goal.
Unbelievable finish. What's the view? Like, you can see some of the location over here. I mean, this stadium is properly in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's got a very kind of like local feel to it, and it's amazing.
Thank you, lad. Enjoying the game so far, mate?
Loving it. How about you?
Fantastic. I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think it's by far the best stadium we've been to. It's got great vibe.
Omiya want to expand the stadium, and I'm looking at this stadium now. I'm thinking I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to relocate because apparently they can't expand here in this current location because of they've got like a stadium over there. They've got residences over there.
Baseball stadium there.
Yeah, they're really sandwiched.
Housing over here.
Housing over here. Because at the end of the day, this atmosphere is fantastic.
We're on keep up.
It's fantastic. You wouldn't want to give it up.
But the thing is, they're potentially going down to J3. So why are you expanding?
Yeah, well, that's what the talk is. That's what the talk is.
I mean, FC Ryukyu have got number 9 playing as centre back. Are you right? Are you right? Number 9. Wait, number 9 as a centre back. What's going on with that?
There he is. He got the ball.
There he is.
Number 9.
What's he going to do with that? Number 9 should be scoring diving headers. He's not playing centre back. What is happening? Have you ever seen anything like it?
They've also got 31 as a goalkeeper. I don't know if this is their first
Good
or
ball,
not.
to be fair.
There's a good chance here.
There's 17 no that is offside, by the way.
Look, here you go. He's whipping it.
Oh! Good effort, though. Good effort. Should we go get some grub?
Jenny. Okay, here we go, guys. What have we got? We've got popcorn. We've got some kind of minced meat on a stick. Yakiniku. But then we've also got some yakitori, which is chicken on a stick. We've got some motsuni, which is fantastic. I think I might even go for that. That's like innards, pork innards soup. What else have we got? American dog and a non-alcoholic beer. Let's go.
Just got some grub.
Yes, we did.
Show me what you got, lad.
Right. So I've got one of my favourites, motsuni, pig intestines, which doesn't sound the best. But mixed with this soup, it's got miso, it's got radish. It's absolutely delicious. Itadakimasu.
Bozo.
I love it.
What'd you pay for that?
500 yen. It's just like, imagine the most delicious soup in the world.
I've got to be honest, it doesn't look great, but like, is that konnyaku?
Yeah, it's konnyaku. I think to Westerners, this isn't going to be the most appealing, but if you just...
You got to trust in it.
Yeah, you do. And then when you taste it, it is so good.
Embrace it. Well, that's one thing. What else do you get?
Also got 500 yen. Also went for... Look, oh my god.
That is huge.
Oh my gosh.
That is ridiculous. I've never seen yakitori the size of that before. That is outrageous.
So anyway, there's pepper on it as well. This is called,
that's pepper chicken, yeah?
Pepper chicken.
That's about 4 chickens worth, mate.
1,000 yen for the two of them.
You happy with that?
More than happy. As someone who likes motsuni, over the moon.
What are you giving the food then?
Do you know what? I give that an 8 out of 10. That is solid.
I went for a piss whilst you got food.
Yeah.
And all that was left by the time I got back was a meat wrapped rice ball on a stick. That's actually really good. You see that? I don't even know what meat it is, but it's just rice wrapped around.
Probably like a bacon kind of pork.
I think it's pork, yeah.
Yeah, like a strips of pork, probably.
That's actually really good, yeah.
Wow. Better than you expected.
I mean, it's basically like an onigiri, but on a stick with more meat. But considering this was one of the last things that was left on the menu, it's not bad. I mean, this is a 6, but I'm going to give the food probably a 5 overall because I'm disappointed that they didn't have more than they had. Tastes good.
Second half has kicked off. It's a penalty.
Yeah.
First couple of minutes, the penalty. Go on, lad.
Omiya can do this. They can do this.
What do you reckon? Where do you think he's going? I'm going to go. I think he's going bottom right.
Top left, man.
The people of Omiya hold their breath. 1-1, there we go, boys. What are we saying about that?
Do you know what? Omiya, they're staying in the game.
To be fair,
we might be able to pull something out here.
Oh, hang on. Straight from the kickoff. Ref, that's it.
No! Look at him doing the splits, mate. I ain't seen that one before.
All right, baby.
Keeper's got it.
Top bin. Oh, solid. Solid. And away we go. Big moment here.
Yeah. Ryukyu very much play the ball on the ground, so I don't really see them dangerous from set pieces, but we'll see what happens here.
It's a good ball. Oh, there you go, lad! Good call, Lolo.
Bit disappointed for Omiya because it's been all them.
I mean, it's a 75th minute goal.
Yeah.
For the away team, we're sat with the home fans.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, there's more to come. I think there's another goal to come.
No one's happy about that. Love that. Classic. Triple sub. I love a triple sub. There you go. Back post, back post, back post, back post. Well done, boys. Oh! That's Leo. Get.誰が入ってる。じゃあ顔上げろ。顔上げろ。そのまま打って。Oh! Right, so game's finished.
Yes.
2-2, decent result.
Yeah.
A very interesting game to watch, actually.
Yeah, it was back and forth. Could have been anyone's game.
Good contrast of styles. You had the tiki-taka against long ball.
100%.
And they both kind of cancel each other out. But obviously, you know, it was maybe a little bit of a trek to get here. But at the same time, you know, it's worth coming to the game.
It was the walk I liked making. In terms of location, I have to give it an 8. Fantastic walk. From the station, it went from a very urban-like area to a very traditional-like area.
Location-wise, you know, you're 15 minutes from a big station, which I think is great. But then it's also kind of like a little bit like crowded, not the easiest to get to. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 7 because it's a nice mix of kind of like city and suburban.
Yeah.
It was really cool sitting in the stadium and then looking out and seeing you've got like, okay, there's buildings over there, there's houses over there, there's like offices over there. It was cool. It's quite unique to Japan, I think, that kind of stadium.
Yeah, like I would say, it's very Japanese. Like, you know, when you're there at the stadium, you'll see the Japanese city mixed with the Japanese countryside. On the walk there, you've got temples, you've got all this super traditional stuff. Like, if you're visiting, this is the team to come and see.
Which actually, you know, we may as well talk about the stadium now as well. Even though we were quite far back, we felt so close to the pitch.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was the best stadium I've been to, maybe in Japan ever.
Like, it's something I've heard you say, where it's like, it's exactly what a football stadium should be.
The stadium for me, I'm going to give it a 9, actually.
Yeah. I would give it 8 out of 10.
Okay. So 8 for you, 9 for me. Yeah. Decent, very decent.
So, atmosphere, what are you saying for that game?
Do you know what? I didn't feel like any fans were missing from that stadium. If I don't give this team a 9 out of 10, I can't imagine what it would take to get out a 9 out of 10.
The stadium atmosphere was great. Like, they had the drums pumping. The orange seats, I think, helped a lot in terms of making sure that the stadium felt full. Jelly journeys, mate.
Jelly journeys.
Making sure that the stadium felt full.
Yeah.
Which is great. It felt pumping the whole time. Like, they weren't a good team, honestly. Like, the quality of the football that Omiya were playing was nowhere near the level of FC Ryukyu. But at the same time, it finished 2-2, and that's because the crowd was the 12th man and brought them up there. They went 2-1 down, right? And then within a minute, it equalised. And that's because the fans are the ones that are pushing them to go on and get that.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that Omiya, they have fans.
Got some fans.
They've got some fans. Is what you're saying.
But at the same time, let's not take away the fact that FC Ryukyu weren't really able to bring any fans over from Okinawa, right?
Well, COVID or not, that's something that's going to be with them forever. It's like a fan to go to an away game is going to have to hop on a plane.
Well, 100%.
That's from being from an island, you know.
So, like, what kind of advantage they had, I don't know. But, I mean, atmosphere was still good. It was an exciting place to be. Everything was orange, which kind of built into it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Try my best.
I really, honestly,
Salmon pink, but you know.
felt that it was a great stadium to go to, and
Yes.
it was a great atmosphere to be part of.
There we go.
Big respect to them. Atmosphere, I'm going to give an 8. I think.
Yeah. So for match day experience, Omiya, what do they get?
I'm going to give it a 7. Okay. And that may sound a little bit low looking at the scores that we've already given it. But the reason is because, the stadium was great, right? The football was actually quite fun. Like, price is good, the location was good, everything was great, but like the food options were terrible for me. Like, within 10 minutes of half time, everything was sold out and gone. So like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I'm starving even now.
For me, I would give it a 9 out of 10. For me, that was very much what a football team should be. I can't imagine it getting better than that. I don't know what could be better than that. What I would expect would be better than that.
So that gives it an 8 overall.
Yeah.
We'll top up the scores and see how they do. I've got a few, they've got to be first. Maybe first, maybe second, we'll see. Yeah, it's so nice to travel out here, experience something a little bit different to what's in Tokyo.
100%.
The culture in the stadium, and like the feeling in the stadium is very different to what you get in Tokyo.
Yes.
Right? So like, if you fancy a game, if you live anywhere within the Kanto region, 100% check them out. Great club,
100%.
great match day. There's temples and shrines all
100%.
like right outside the stadium. There's a lot of different restaurants, bars, izakaya, all within 5-10 minutes of the stadium, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a proper kind of like Japan experience and watch football, this is the best we've had so far.
Yeah.
Right? So like,
100%.
JD Journeys, would we come back?
100%. I want to see this team again and again.
Nice club, very nice club. Could do, like, step your food up, all right, boys, because I'm starving. But you know, overall, like, great game. So,
JD Journeys. JD Journeys.
JD Journeys.